Hey, can you guys hear me now? Whoa. Hey, can you guys hear me now? Oh. Hey guys, that better? Sorry about that. Tried to. Man, that sounds horrible. Okay. Well, hey guys. Um, First of all, I wanted to say thank you to my subscribers. Guys, I'm blown away that it's been. Man, I'm getting real bad feedback here. Let me continue to try to figure this out real quick. Guys, I'm blown away that it's been. Man, I'm getting real bad feedback here. Let me continue to try to figure this out real quick. There, can you hear me? Somebody type the word snot down in the comments so I know you hear me. Awesome. All right, so thank you. So first thing I wanted to talk about was just a thank you for. I finally hit 100 subscribers. I set a goal in November. I had 15 subscribers, and I said by December I wanted to double that to get to 30. And I made it. I made it to 33 subscribers, and I was happy as I could be. So then in December, my idea was, well, my goal will be to double it again. And I said in the video, I was going to pull it up, but I can't figure out the live stream enough yet to do it. I said, hey, if I hit 60, I want to hit 100 by the end of the year. But if I hit 60, I'll be great. And here I am. I just hit 120 subscribers, and I'm so thankful for that. So thank you to everyone who's taken time to watch the videos, subscribe. It really means a lot. Thank you for supporting this channel. I have a few things I was going to go over tonight, and of course, take any comments from you guys. Love to be a little bit more interactive. Hear what you guys have to say and your thoughts on a few of these things. The first thing I wanted to talk about was IMDb. IMDb just released its most anticipated movies of 2019. Now, there's only one movie that comes to mind when you say 2019 right now for me, and that's Avengers Endgame. Well, Avengers Endgame finished second. Avengers Endgame finished second to Captain Marvel. Now, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel. I have faith in Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige that they're going to produce a good product. I think a lot of the negativity surrounding it is being brought on by, thank you, Just Jake. I think a lot of the negativity is being brought on by Brie Larson. I think some of her recent comments, A, Thanos is puny, and B, she can lift, she being Captain Marvel, could lift Mjolnir. She's being almost disrespectful to comic book fans, to the franchise and what it's become, what it is, and that's extremely annoying. So But I think she's hurting marketing on this, honestly. I think they're marketing this movie the wrong way. Why not just make it a superhero movie, make it a good movie, and it'll stand on its own 2 feet? But to say that this movie is more anticipated than Avengers Endgame, Avengers Endgame had the internet on fire over what the name of the movie was even. So you can't even put Captain Marvel in the same league. I would argue that Captain Marvel isn't even the second best or second most anticipated Marvel movie coming out. I would say Spider-Man: Homecoming is probably more anticipated than Captain Marvel at this point. They've just released some stuff with the Elementals and how Mysterio is gonna work into this movie, and it looks like it's probably going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm more excited about that than I am Captain Marvel. Granted, like I said, I'm going to give Captain Marvel a shot because I think it could be a decent movie. Let's see. Stack Skill says agreed. Blows my mind. I wouldn't even care about Captain Marvel movie. Just show me Endgame. Exactly. And her. Now they did pin this movie to where they did everything to where it can't fail. And what I mean by that is by including her as an end credit, it's going to draw people in. And putting it out right before Endgame, saying, "Oh yeah, she's also going to be included in this." It's going to basically, that hype that's going to be building for Endgame is going to help financially support that movie. It's going to do well. It's going to do well at the box office. So it can't fail at this point. Now, if it's a bad movie, it's going to hurt Marvel, and it's going to hurt the direction they're talking about taking. But if it's actually a good movie, I don't know that anybody's stopped to consider that at this point. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. You also have Joaquin Phoenix this year coming out as the Joker. So that's going to be all the photos I've seen of it from the set. It looks really good. I think that could be a good movie. Now it's supposed to be a standalone movie. They're saying it's not in the MCU, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I can't wait to see some of the trailers for that, because I think that movie is going to be really good when it finally hits. And I'm looking forward to that more than I am the Dark Phoenix saga. I think that franchise is kind of done with. I think we should just kind of go ahead and bury that movie and just look at the future down to 2021, 2022, when we can get X-Men and start introducing them into the MCU and getting them into the actual Marvel Studios and back into in one combined universe. I mean, you're going to get more hype, like I said, from one Wolverine slight end credit scene than you probably will out of all the hype you're going to get for this Dark Phoenix movie. So, for what it's worth. The Vader fanfic, guys, I wanted to talk about that. If you have not gone over to see the Vader fan fiction movie, who do I think should play Wolverine? I don't know. It's hard seeing anybody but Hugh Jackman in that role. Now, before the Venom movie, Tom Hardy's name kept coming up and coming up and coming up. But if Venom is actually brought into the MCU and they maintain Tom Hardy, he's kind of out. And now, I don't know. Have you seen recently there was a Keanu Reeves rumor going around that Keanu Reeves had said he would, not that he's campaigning for it, but now, and he's one of those guys that I don't know that I could see them bringing in a nobody. Bring in, I mean, it's not like Chris Evans. Well, he was Human Torch, but I mean, does that count? I'm trying to think. I would almost like them see him bring in somebody new, somebody we haven't seen before. Now I don't know if that's really worked out. Now that I'm thinking about it, as far as the new X-Men movie, First Class, and all that stuff. So, but I really don't have a name glued to it at this point. But back to the Vader fanfic. The Star Wars Theory, the guy who produced it, came out and he talked about what it was going to take for him to be able to do Episode 2. In Episode 2, what that's going to take him to do that is $250,000, and which it took him $100,000 to do the first one. So what we're talking about is the way he raises money. He has a PayPal. He has a Patreon. He has watching his videos, of course, and he has a gift store. If you haven't been to his store, he's got some funny stuff for Star Wars fans. So I highly recommend checking that out. But $250,000, and the reason he says this is going to cost so much more because this is the actual fight scene. This is him, Darth Vader, versus not just Mace Windu, but several of the Jedi. So, talking about a Wookiee Jedi even, that is going to take him at one point and slam him up against a wall. And, I mean, it sounds absolutely incredible. But I'm really looking forward to Episode 2. I am more looking forward to Vader Episode 2 than I am Episode 9. Which, even with all the talk that, hey, Episode 9 is going to be better, it's going back and giving the fans what they want, Luke's going to be back in it, and all these rumors and everything else going on about what that movie is going to look like moving forward, I'm still not feeling it. I'm still, The Last Jedi still left that bad of a taste in my mouth that I'm not ready to rush off to the theater and sit through that again. Not yet. So, but thank you to Star Wars Theory for putting out that movie because it was incredible. And for those that just come in, had a new couple of folks pop in. Wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers. I had the goal of hitting 60 by the end of December, and currently right now sitting about 120. This live stream is probably so bad that some people will go unsubscribe. But if you it's pretty bad, I know. Had some stuff planned out, had some pics and stuff to pull up and talk about, and doing the screen share stuff, and it really didn't work out. But that's part of learning all this stuff. Hope you guys understand. So what else you guys want to talk about? We talked Avengers Inc. I haven't talked. Thank you, Stack Skills. One of the things I haven't talked about Avengers Endgame, the actual the trailer yet. Toy Story 4. I have not even watched the Toy Story 4 trailer yet. I'm probably the last person on earth who hasn't watched that trailer yet. I heard it's ridiculously sad. I could probably sit here and do pull it up and do a reaction to it right now on the live stream. Hey Pencils, how are you, brother? Good to see you. If y'all haven't, Pencil Studios is a subscriber. I watch his videos all the time. He's got some great animations, some good Lego stop motion stuff. Really, thank you for stopping by, Pencils. I really appreciate it, man. So you know what? I'm going to pull up the Toy Story 4 trailer and try to watch it and cry right here. Unless you guys, yeah. Y'all down? Y'all good for that? Let's see. I hope I pull up the right trailer. This is, let's see, Toy Story. I wish I could do screen share. Y'all are getting a free live reaction to You know, like all my other stuff that's free. Let's see. Toy Story 4 teaser trailer. Yep. Official teaser. Yeah, there's Disney Pixar's. Okay. I'm clicking it. Okay, there's Buzz and Woody dancing. Yep. Very cute. There's Potato Head. Can't remember. Well, I can't remember her name. Mrs. Potato Head. And Rex with his EB short arms. And the pig. And the Martian. And Slinky Dog. And a crazy spoon. That's a spork. That's a spork and Woody. Can't. This isn't. I'm not sad. I'm not sad yet. This is the teaser trailer. Yep. Okay, well that was cute, but I'm not sad at least. I don't know if I'm gonna like the spork, I gotta say. But so Toy Story 4, I don't really know that much about it, but I'll definitely be going to the movie theater to check that one out. Probably taking the kids, and at least one, at least one of them. So the Avengers 4. Breaking down the trailer. I did a video on it, and I've heard so much speculation about that movie. There's a ton of different theories out there, but there's two. The biggest thing, and I don't know anything more than you guys do. I've seen the trailers, but I'm just trying to break it down in my head. So if you are extremely spoiler intolerant, then you know, you might want to just like leave the video going and go make get a drink or wash your hands or something. I don't know. So Avengers 4, the two scenes that people are kind of freaking out about. The first one is Tony Stark, the scene with Nebula putting her hand on somebody, that somebody looking like it's Tony Stark. So I'm going to break down real quick what I think is going to happen with Nebula and Tony Stark. All right, they're going to start the movie together on Titan. There were two ships on Titan. The oh man, I can't remember the name. The ship that Nebula came on from Thanos' ship, Sanctuary 2, and then there was another one, which was the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. It's oh, what's his? Oh, help me out here. Guardians of the Galaxy ship name. Waiting for it. Starts with a B. Anyways, there's two different ships. Nebula is going to go to find Gamora. She's going to find her body, kind of thing, and she's going to realize she has nothing left, and that Tony Stark and the Avengers are the best opportunity that she has to get back at Thanos. That she can't do it alone, so she's going to team up with the Avengers. She's going to go. It's her hand touching Tony Stark. Tony Stark is going to have that moment where he's going to run out of oxygen, but it's going to be the point where he passes out, not where he dies. She's going to find him because she's got a homing beacon or something on it, and from there, she'll rescue him, get him to Earth. He's getting to Earth. I mean, he's not going to die floating in space. That's just not. It's not going to happen. That pic of her reaching up and touching him, he's gonna wake up, flip out, whatever, and they're gonna get home. And I can't wait to see the scene of Tony and Steve Rogers coming and meeting, and that first interaction. That first interaction between those two after everything is going to be so intense. It's going to be good. Who do I think will die and be done with Marvel? I don't. I think Cap's going to make the ultimate sacrifice, and the reason I think it's going to be Cap is I think he's going to realize that the world needs Tony Stark more than it needs Captain America. I think Robert Downey Jr. will stay around in a reduced role. He'll basically do the cameos and that kind of stuff. He'll still be important in Marvel, but he won't be the center figure. Who else? That's the big one. Those are the big two that everybody talks about. I think Nebula. I think Nebula is being overlooked in a lot of this. In Infinity Gauntlet, let me reach this real quick. In the source material, Infinity Gauntlet, Nebula is the one who takes the gauntlet. She's the one who I ain't gonna find it, but she's the one who takes the gauntlet from Thanos, and when she snaps her finger, she rolls back time 24 hours. Oh, as far as Thor, no, Thor is going to be key going forward in the cosmic universe. I do think that Asgard is going to move to Oklahoma, and that's based off a storyline with what's it called? Siege, the Siege storyline, and the Dark Avengers storyline. Siege, basically, after Asgard was destroyed, the Asgardians sought refuge in Oklahoma, on Earth, and they ended up settling in Oklahoma. And the Green Goblin, name, Osborn. He ended up, he had the Dark Avengers, and he ended up going in and trying to destroy Asgard with Sentry and Ares and a bunch of people that aren't introduced into the MCU. So there's a whole storyline there left for Thor going forward. I think Chris Hemsworth's going to be back. I think they finally got Thor in Thor Ragnarok to a character where he enjoyed doing it. Not only that, he has the most epic entrance of any Avenger in the history of the franchise when he arrived in Wakanda. I must have watched that part about 100 times. Just him coming in with the Bifrost hitting, him, Groot, and Raccoon hopping down off his shoulder, and then him just, oh man, the theater went nuts when that happened on opening night. It went absolutely crazy, and rightfully so. And then a few minutes later, once Thanos arrived, you're like, oh man, it got dead silent. It was like, oh, they're about to do this. So I do think Chris Hemsworth will be around. I think he will tie into Guardians of the Galaxy 3 whenever it's done, and I think he'll be key moving forward. You know, we're supposed to be getting a Black Widow movie, which is supposed to be a prequel. So we'll see what that looks like when it happens. They actually had some problems with the director on that, who she called Marvel sexist and every ist and ism out there. So I don't know how that's going for him. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I'm still waiting to see what more information on that. But I think hopefully we're bringing in Adam Warlock. He was hinted at in the post-credit scenes. We've seen the Cocoon, and we actually had him mentioned at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So hopefully we're getting something from Adam Warlock. I'm a huge Infinity Gauntlet fan, Infinity Wars, and all the the Thanos stuff like Thanos Revelations, which is him and Adam Warlock. So I mean, I I really enjoy that stuff. So the more they can incorporate the MCU cosmic, the better. Now we're getting an Eternals movie as well, so we'll see what that looks like and where in the timeline that's going to take place. The Eternals, I mean, obviously they're eternal, but I think some of the casting has the Star Fox, not Star Fox, Fire. Man, I'm drawing a blank. Thanos' brother is supposed to be in it. Let's talk about Venom real quick. Venom was a good movie, but I felt like the very end of it was so clunky. They did a poor job of introducing Carnage, or the guy that becomes Carnage. Not Clarence Cassidy. Man, I can't remember his name. Cassidy. But they did a really poor job of introducing him. It felt clunky. It felt forced. I think it would have come off better, even into end credit, if they just said that they had captured him. And then in moving forward in the next movie, you can have him get the exclusive or something. Because now they've had the first interaction. He has to go back and do this again. It's going to be very Silence of the Lambs-ish. Like Cletus Cassidy. Yeah, thank you. I was drawing... Yeah, brain cramp. So, I mean, the rest of the movie was good, though. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. When I did my review for it, that's the word I kept coming up with, is it was fun. What else was there that I wanted to talk about? I talked Vader. I talked Avengers 4. Oh, go back to Avengers 4. What do you guys think as far as Ant-Man? Is he in the past? Is he in the present? I've got a couple points on that. First of all, I think he's in the present. And there's some big hints as to why. First of all, he knows that timeline-wise, it's just a conversation. It's post-Germany. So if he's yelling at somebody in there, he would have been around and drove the van long enough to realize that, hey, I'm in the past. So he wouldn't have been yelling. He's expecting Iron Man there. He is not expecting, in my opinion, that he doesn't know he's talking to Captain America. He thinks he's talking to Tony Stark or S.H.I.E.L.D. Other point, the van's there. How the van did not go in the quantum realm with him. It was and the other thing that people are forgetting. Okay, so we got he's yelling at Tony. We got the van's there with him. Oh, and by the way, he's been to the quantum realm before. He was in the quantum realm in the first Ant-Man movie. That's how he defeated the Yellow Jacket. He did that, and he was able to hop out. And he did that in a way by just basically he had a grow disc, the get large disc or whatever you call it. He popped that in and flipped it after he got his mind right, and boom, he was good. Present, but something has already went down for them to question time. Yeah, I agree. I think I don't know what that would be, other than they think he's dead. They think he's he shows up on that screen missing, which is a great callback. I did the video with it and showed the scene from let's see if I can pull it up real quick. And no, I had some of the takeaways from what was it? Infinity Gauntlet. The scene with you got Lang missing, Peter Parker missing, and Shuri missing. So I think that was a good callback. But I think that maybe why is he's thinking this guy's gone. Cap's already come to term with everybody's gone. So where did Scott Lang come from? And why are we just now finding him? So we don't know.
we really don't know how long Scott Lang was in there, but I would assume it wouldn't be long. But it's hey, Marvel is masterful at pulling our chain during these trailers. I ultimately think that what Avengers 4 Endgame will be, it will be a combination of the Italian Job and Back to the Future. If you can imagine those two together and them going and trying to attack Thanos along the timeline at different points to secure stones and either bring them forward in the timeline with them or just doing something with them to avoid him getting them back. Now, if that means the interesting part will be if something changes in the timeline, how does it affect the current timeline? For instance, if they get one of the stones, do one of the stones disappear on the gauntlet, or is it like he never had it? I mean, how are they going to depict time travel to us? Because we all believe that's going to happen. But we'll see what happens, guys. Once again, if you weren't around when I mentioned it earlier, thank you. I just went over 100 subscribers this last week. This is the first chance I got to do my my live stream to say thank you. Really appreciate it. It's been a big surprise the last couple days watching my subscriber count tick up and watching the views tick up on one of my most recent videos. So thank you to some of the names. Stack Skills, you've been commenting for a long time. I really appreciate it. Tasha Lynn, if you have not checked out Tasha Lynn, definitely pick up your spouse's device and plug that in there and leave it and have her go watch some of those videos. She does some great videos. I love her channel. Loved her Christmas video of her Christmas trip. It was absolutely awesome. So Tasha, big thumbs up to you. Guys, I'm about to wrap this up. Hate to run on you, but oh, hold up, I could create another timeline just like the X-Men. Oh no, I think Kevin Feige and that group are going to look at what they did with the timeline, and they're going to be like, no, this is you go look at X-Men, that whole franchise, and it got confusing. I think they will try in a way to keep it as simple as possible. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm going to try to figure out some more on this live stream thing. I like being able to chat back and forth. It's pretty cool, and I enjoy just kind of getting to run my mouth for 45 minutes to an hour. But I sincerely appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. If anybody got any questions before I take off? No? Well, hey guys, I appreciate it. Keep coming back. I'm working my big Star Wars rewrite. I want to have that out in the next couple days, but I want it to be, I want it to be so good. So once I have that, I'm working on the First Order. I'm working the rewrite for the First Order, and what that's going to entail is, look, I'm not trying to take the new trilogy and completely bash it. That's been done. What I want to do is take it and just tweak it a little bit. If we had the same, give me the same characters, but let's change them. How can we make them better? And we'll figure that out as we go, guys. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you guys and talking to you in the future. And appreciate it, guys. Real Comic Stacks out. Now y'all get to sit here and watch me try to find the stop button. Later, guys. Oh no,
No Reload Rich. No, I'm not doing a fan film. I wish I had that kind of money, time, and talent. What I'm doing is basically a film, or I'm piecing together clips and stuff, and basically walking through the trilogy and trying to improve. Like the first one is the First Order. How could we have made the First Order a better character, or a better give them some depth, give a better plot, stuff like that. Finn, I think Finn is one of the most underused characters in the trilogy so far, and there's a lot there. You have a stormtrooper that turned his back on his friends. He turned his back on everything he knew because it was the right thing to do. But they haven't done its service. Princess Leia, you know, you know, her struggle. She was trying to stand up a whole the Republic from nothing. So there's so much stuff there that hadn't really been explored. The idea of a resistance. You have a standing government, but you're funding a resistance against a group of people. There's some love it or hate it. The Emperor in the original prequels, he did such a good job of manipulating events and manipulating politics and all that stuff. The First Order has basically come in and said, "Yeah, we're just going to kill everybody." So I would, I've got some ideas, and I'm really, I mean, I've already done like 3 drafts on it because I actually care about it. I wanted to put out a good product that people will enjoy. So I want to have that out, and I wanted to have it out by the 1st. It may be a little bit later than that because I've been getting the clips and everything together. It's basically written about 85-90%, just kind of going over and making sure I'm saying exactly what I want to say. But it should be good, guys. I hope you'll check it out. I hope you enjoy it. But that's all coming in the future. I still do my comic book reviews, and if y'all are interested, if y'all halfway decently like them, I really enjoy doing the reaction videos, and I just kind of dug into the fanfic stuff. I've got a playlist on my channel now of like about 30-something fanfic movies that I didn't know existed until until Vader came out, and I started looking around and getting hyped for it, and I started seeing all these other fanfics pop up. I'm like, man, check this out! Like Bucketheads was one of them that I hadn't seen yet. The Darth Maul one, I watched that one, and it's incredibly well done. I already watched it, so it's kind of hard to do a reaction one to it. But doing like the commentary stuff to it and just talking through it is fun. Just kind of spitting my dumb comments as I as I bumble through a fanfic movie. Which, I mean, there's some really good ones out there, and I'm sure there's some cringy ones. I just did one called Kara. It's from 2016. It came out right before, or about a year before Rogue One. And it was, I hated that I just picked one at random. And I hate that it was that good because I feel like it would have been a lot more fun if it was a cringy one and I could have made fun of it a little bit. But it actually was a decent movie. There was a couple points I was able to poke at and have fun with. But it was a good fanfic movie. It was actually the cinematography, and it was beautiful. So if you haven't checked out Kara, Star Wars fan film, man, go check that out too. And there's so many creative people out there that are just they do such incredible work. I've been very impressed by some of the stuff I've stumbled across. Just looking at the little, I mean, I like I said, I haven't watched most of them because I want to do the reaction videos, even if it's 2 years, 3 years too late. But we'll see how that goes. Hey, brother, I appreciate it. So, let me see. I had something I wanted to check real quick before I rolled out. This is. I wish I could do the screen save because I would pull up that video and play the actual comment I made of my goal being 60. I'd be absolutely blown away by 100, and I've hit 120 for subscribers, guys. And thank you for everybody again. I can't say thank you enough. I keep saying thank you because it is really humbling when you do something and you get some really positive feedback and something you thought you were probably gonna continue to have. I've had videos with like 3 views, so to have one do really, really well is it's fun, and it's I really was blown away by the some of the positive responses, and I got roasted pretty good too. If you haven't read the comments down in the video, the reaction video I did to Vader, man, I got roasted pretty hard. Apparently, I said that you should have brought the kid back from. I went back and watched it to make sure I said it. They said I should have. I said I think my actual word was they should have brought the kid back from the original trilogy. Well, you know, when they filmed that, he was like 10, and that was 20-something years ago. So the 30-year-old man in the video probably would have looked weird. What I meant was, you know, bringing a kid back that looked more like the guy or the kid from the original trilogy. But you know, the curse of doing something live is you may say something really stupid, and I in fact did. But it was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed that. But guys, I gotta go. It's getting late here, and as much as I'd love to stay up and chat for another hour, I need to go help put half stacks and mini stacks down for the night. So guys, I really do appreciate it, and I gotta find out how. Maybe I can hit this button up here and it'll turn it off. I bet it does. All right, guys, Real Comic Stacks out. It didn't turn it off. I'm stuck here forever. Huh. Nope. You're just gonna sit here and stare at me for a while. There's. Oh, I know where it is.